Today we're going to be doing a functional fitness workout just with one weight and a band. So we're going to need a circled band for this one, and one weight and some water, and a mat. So get those out and get ready, and we'll be ready to go. This morning we're going to be doing a one-weighted workout. So we need a band and a weight, and if you're smart enough to bring water, then water and a mat. So we're going to start with our warm-up now. So we're going to start with modified jacks. So let's do it, jacks. So we're going to just do each move for 30 seconds, and we'll do 5 minutes worth of a total warm-up. All right, so let's just bring it in. Bicep curl and heel tiny. Okay, so we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg, reach. That's good. Because most people can't do that opposite arm, opposite leg thing. I wasn't sure I could do it when I said it. Okay, so we're going to just go under the leg. Little tap, clap. Okay, so we're going to swing the leg over in front. So in front and around. We'll get those hips. Okay, so we're going to do Y, T, W, and then L. So Y, T, W, and then inside L. Y, T, W, and that L. Y, T, W, and L. Y, T, W. I have to say it so I know what it is. Y, T, W. Okay, that's the end of that one. Okay, so we're going to swing and squat. Okay, slide the hands down and then back up. So try to remember to go down with a nice flat back, and then come up and squeeze the tush, like a deadlift with no weight. Okay, so we're going to swing across. Trying to get that heel up as we go across. Get a good rotation. Doesn't have to be real fast. Just want to get the whole body involved here. All right, so little circles going backwards. Get some forward with them. Shake out the arms. All right, we're done with that warm up. Okay, so we're gonna start by first putting the band on. So we're gonna have the band on for all the exercises. And we'll have our one weight handy. I'm gonna change the timer. 15 seconds for in between, and then we'll do 45 seconds of work. So this is a 20-minute workout. It's not super fast because a lot of it has to do with balancing. So we're gonna work those balance muscles, so you're gonna get a strenuous leg workout without a lot of, are there any squats? No. There's not any squats in it at all, but you're balancing on your leg, so it puts a tremendous amount of static pressure on the leg. So if you need to, you can like go to the wall, or you get a chair out or whatever to hold yourself, because you're doing a lot of balance moves. So you really got to think about grounding that foot to the floor to get your balance. So our first one's the tipping bird. So we're gonna hold that in one with both hands, okay? And we're gonna go down, and I can already tell I'm gonna be tippy on the tipping bird. And we'll just go down, you're gonna try to go down and lift that leg up behind you. But if you can't lift that leg, you're gonna go down and then come back up. But the object is to get that leg up and then us go down nice and slow, so it's not a quick one. So we do the tipping bird first. And of course, if you wanted to use a little assistance, you could always hold onto the wall and go down and come back up too, because that helps with it. So let's just try that. So I put it in the opposite hand than the leg that I'm going down with. It's the leg that's going back. And that band just adds a little resistance. So if you didn't have a band, you don't need it. It just adds just a little resistance to the exercise. But you should be able to feel almost right away just by balancing on that one leg. All those muscles have to work to try to hold you up and to balance. All right, from there, we're going to go into an upright row. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go down into that tipping bird, and we're going to do an upright row. So we're going to use both hands if you can. So we're going to go down and then come up into an upright row. Nice flat back, leg goes out. So even if you can't get that leg up, kind of like I'm doing, you just point that toe in the back, have it nice and straight. Get those elbows out to the side. All right, so now we're gonna go back and we're gonna do a bicep curl. So we're just gonna set the toe back. So we're gonna go back to like a deadlift here. Go down and come up and do bicep curl. So we go down, come up, and do bicep curl. That little bit of resistance that we get from that band is going to work those thighs just a little bit more.
Okay, this last one, we're gonna take the band off. Okay, you're gonna put the band under one foot. You're gonna put it around the weight, and then we're gonna push the weight, the band down. Oh, I forgot one, because that wasn't 5. Took it off too soon. Let's do another one. All right, so we're gonna take this off. We're gonna put it back on because I messed up. Okay, so we're going to put our weight back on that same leg that we had it on before, and we're just gonna do a leg lift. We're just gonna bring that opposite leg up and back down, little tap. Okay, so those are gonna be our 5 exercises that we're gonna do. The tipping bird, the upright row, the deadlift with the bicep curl, this leg lift, and then the press down. So we're going to start with the tipping bird next, after we're done with this leg lift. We'll get them in the right order from now on, with any luck. So just a little tap. All that weight on that front leg still. We try not to tap, try not to bring the weight to the back leg. We're just going to barely touch. Okay, woo! Okay, now we're going to change legs. Okay? So here we go. So now if you can do this without having to touch the wall, you can. Otherwise, go grab onto the wall or your chair. Remember, it's nice and slow, it's not quick. Kind of bend that front knee just a tiny bit. Remember, we always have that athletic stance where that knee is just slightly bent in front so that you can get that blood flowing, and then it helps with that balance a little bit. Alrighty, so we're gonna go down and do the upright row next. So we'll go kind of like the tipping bird, but then with the upright row. Okay, here we go. Down we go, and then up. So down, and then up. Good. A lot of concentration with this group of exercises. And of course, we'll do both sides again here. All right, so now we're going to do the deadlift. So that other leg's going to stay out in the back. So we're going to just plant the toe, and we're going to do the deadlift with the bicep curl. So the knee's just slightly bent. We're going to go straight down and come up. And come up. Good. So we're going to do the leg lift after this one. So we'll put the weight down. Okay, so we're going to put the weight down, and we're going to balance on that leg, and we're just going to lift that back leg up. So kind of looking out in front of you to get a spot that you can look at to try to keep your balance. And we'll lift. So the more that you're in these static positions, the more those muscles are going to feel it. So after this one is where we're going to take it down under the foot, put the weight on it, hold it up, and then press down with our foot. That leg press down. Whew. Okay, so we're going to take it down. Okay, put it under that same foot. Put the weight inside. And then we're going to bring it all up here in a second. Okay, here we go. We hold it up, press the leg down. So we're going to start all over again. And so we put the band all the way back on. And we're going to start with that tipping bird. So I'm back to my other leg. And we're going to do tipping bird. I'm going to have to go to the wall. Because this side's not my balancey side. Take your time. It's not a race. All right, so now we have the next exercise. So this is the upright row. So balancing on the same leg. We're going to go down, bring it up for that upright row. Okay. So down we go, and then upright row. Trying to go too fast. I gotta slow it down. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do that deadlift with the bicep curl. So set that leg out nice and straight. Front leg is bent just slightly. We're going to go straight down, bring it up to the bicep curl. So here we go down. And up. After this one, we leave the weight down. Okay, and we're just gonna balance on that supporting leg, and we're gonna lift that back leg up in that nice little leg lift. Okay, so lift. Okay, so last time, I think I pressed down with the wrong leg. So I'm gonna switch feet and press down with this leg this time, because I know I pressed down with this leg last time. Not 100% sure why I switched, but I did. So now I'm gonna make sure I switch on this next one. And then we'll only have one more set left on the other side. And then we're gonna go to the floor after we're done. So if you're uncomfortable on the floor, you can get on a bench, or you can get on the bed. Okay, so we're gonna do all the way down this time, okay? So make sure you put it under the foot you actually want to press down. Think which one, yeah, that's the one you want to press down. That's it, and press. Gives that other foot a break, though, I'll tell you. Okay, so one more set of everything on the other side. So after this, we'll start with the tipping bird. All right, so band goes back on. One last set. See if I can balance on this leg going down. This is supposed to be my good leg. Not as good. Hold it with the ups. Let me turn this way. Here, there we go. That's better. Down, up we go. All right, so let's do our tipping bird with our upright row. Okay, so down we go. Tipping bird with our upright row. Ankle strength is so important, and so these exercises, as much of a pain as they are, especially if your balance is not what it should be, then you know you need it. So that's why we do them. I'm gonna go down one last time. Okay, so deadlift to a bicep curl. So that opposite leg is straight back, front leg is bent just a little bit. We're going to go down into that deadlift and do our bicep curl. Okay, so here we go. Down and up, bicep curl. And then after this one, we're gonna let the weight sit on the floor as we do our leg lift in the back. And then we'll do our last leg press down. Okay, so we'll let that weight sit. Woo. And then we're going to do our leg press down, or leg lift, whatever it's called. Okay, here we go. Taking it up, so we're really leaning into that. All our weight's on that supporting leg, and then we're just doing tiny little press backs. So you're gonna feel it everywhere in that supporting leg, and then even in that glute of that leg that we're lifting in the back. So I like to always just focus out front, just a little bit. So I'm not craning my neck up or looking down at my feet. Make sure you can breathe. Whew, okay, down we go. I'm gonna trade sides. Oops, I'm gonna do this side. Whew. Okay, here we go. I was probably supposed to do the other side, but I know I did the other side last time, so I'm gonna do this side this time. I hope I did that other side the first time, because I can't remember. Almost there. Probably less than 30 seconds left. Then we'll get a little drink, and we're gonna go down to the floor. All right, there we go. So we're gonna take it down to the floor, and I'm gonna change my timer. And we're going to do a few moves down here on the floor. All right, so we're going to put that band back around those knees as we're here on the floor. And we're going to grab our one weight. All right, so everybody get their drink of water. So I'm going to start with the weight in my right hand, and I'm going to have it nestled next to me. So let me start on this side so you can see. Next to me, so that the weight's going to come straight up this way and not out to the side, okay? Not this time. So it's going to change around, so you got to kind of pay attention. So we have the band on. So make sure that it's not, your legs aren't so close together that you don't have any resistance. We want to have a little resistance. And remember, when we push our hips up, because we are going to push our hips up, that you're going to push through your heels and not through your toes, alrighty? So we're going to bring the weight up and our hips up at the same time. We're going to start the timer. We're just going to start with one arm, then we're going to change to the other. So think about that belly. When you come up, you're going to pull the belly button in, and we're going to try to get nice and high on the shoulders. So think about really getting high in the shoulders, pulling in the glutes nice and tight, pressing that arm up. We're working that tricep and bicep and the chest as we bring that arm up. So, you know, sometimes people like to put their hand on their heart when they're bringing it up or across their chest, so they can really feel their chest squeeze when they bring their arm up. And that's a good way to know that you're really squeezing that chest. And then I want you to really think about pulling in that belly button, squeezing those muscles below it, and really pushing through the heels. Okay, so now we're going to trade the other side. So you're just going to tuck that other arm in, get those feet ready. And then we're going to do it again. So we're going to take it up and down. Now make sure that those knees don't try to cave in on you. That's it. Think about squeezing that chest. And squeezing the tush. So there's a lot that's going on. Get high on those shoulders. Okay, we're going to bring the weight behind us, so holding on with both hands. Okay, when we come up, we're going to bring the weight up to about, right above the belly, and we're going to do a clam, but with the legs. We're going to bring the hips up and open the knees up. So clam and down, clam and down. Oh, I got to bring it down, down, down. So you got to think about lifting, opening the knees, and bringing the weight over. Then try not to look. You got to keep your eyes focused on the ceiling while you're doing this. Otherwise, you tuck your chin in and then you cut your airway off. So slow it down if you need to, because you're thinking, I'm forgetting something during this. 45 seconds is a long time. We want to make sure we leave it out. Okay, so now we're going to bring the hips up. You're going to leave them up. You're going to put that weight into your left hand. Your right hand's going to stay up in a fist, okay? So we're going to open to the left, leg and arm. Just open to the left. Open to the left. So it's a fly and a half clam. That right side is helping you balance, trying to keep everything up. Try to keep that tush up. Reconfigure if you need to. Remember, you're nice and high on those shoulders. Looking up at the ceiling, doing that half clam and that half fly. All right, so we're going to switch sides now. Let your tushy rest. That left arm is going to go up. Okay, let's lift the tush up. We're getting ready. Make sure that chin is not tucked in, and we take the right side out and then back in. Get high on those shoulders. Reconfigure yourself if you need to. Take a couple seconds to walk up on those shoulders if you want to. Get a nice exhale as you let those arms and that leg out to the side. Left side's nice and steady, not moving at all. Right side's doing all the work. All right, so we're going to drop the hips and we're going to hold the weight right in the center, nice and long. You're going to hold it with both hands. We're going to bring those hips up nice and high, and we're going to come up on our toes when we come up. So we're going to push up through the toes and bring that weight up. Okay, so nice and high onto the shoulders, bringing those hips up, landing on the toes. Pull those abs in nice and tight. All right, so let's bring our weight back to that starting arm position where it's tucked into your side. Make sure those feet are shoulder width apart, maybe farther depending on your band. We're going to push through the heels. We're going to look straight up at that ceiling. We're going to come up and down. That's it. Squeeze the tush, pull in the belly, lift the arm up. Think about that chest. Are you squeezing the chest? Squeeze that tush. Use those heels. You can even lift those toes up a little bit so you know you're pressing through the heels. Okay, we're going to switch sides now. Get that right arm ready, or whichever arm you're using. I've got it in my right arm. Go. Up and down. That's it. Squeeze and release. Don't let your knees fall in. Make sure you still have that tension on that band. So what it does is that it's just going to add that little bit more of a workout on the outside of your thighs. It's going to work that tush just a little bit more. Almost there. Okay, so now we're going to grab the weight with both hands, bring it behind your head. Okay, so we're going to bring it up and we're going to open both knees into a nice big clam. Remember, that weight's going to come up to about your tummy. And level. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to take it, put it back in that starting arm, that left arm, and then I'm going to bring my right fist up, and that left arm up, and we're going to push the hips up, and we're going to do that clam on that left side. Left arm, left leg, and we're going to do the clam and the fly. Trying to keep that right side as still as possible. Don't let those hips sag. If you need to readjust those shoulders, then walk those shoulders back up. Sometimes we slide on our mats. Okay, switching sides, let that tush rest. Left arm is going to go up into a fist. Right arm is going to hold that weight. Let's lift those hips and get ready. Make sure that chin is happy. Out to the side. So you only take it out as far as you need to, as far as you can. That 10 pounds by itself, trying to balance as you're opening your leg and your arm is not an easy thing to do. Keep breathing. All right, so last one. We're going to go ahead and bring that weight into the center, holding on with both hands. We're going to bring those hips up nice and high up on those shoulders and on our toes. Here we go. This should be our very last one. right. So get yourself a drink of water. We're gonna move that band down to our feet. So we're gonna put it straight across the bottom of our feet. We're gonna just do a little ab finisher. So I'm gonna change the timer. And down. 2, 6. Right. Okay, so we're going to put the band right here so we can do a couple fun things with it. So we're going to do our abs with it. So we're going to start leaning back. So you can put your hands under your tush. I kind of like to do that just because it helps protect my lower back a little bit more. But everybody's different. Otherwise, you can put your hands to the side, or you can hold on to your mat, whichever feels the best. So, or, you know, I'm going to probably put my hands behind my head a little bit too. But we're going to start with running. So we're going to start with going back and forth like this, okay? So there's no break in between any of this. We're just going to go for 6 rounds. So we're going to go back and forth, just running. So you can put your head down or leave your head up. Just don't yank on your head if your hands are behind your head. Okay, so now we're just going to take it out to the side. Okay, so we're going to put it on the ankles, and we're going to do scissor legs. Oh my goodness. And now I'm going to put my hands underneath. Okay, coming up, we're going to do wide legs again, nice and wide, opening them up. Okay, we're going to put them back on the feet, and we're going to run again. Okay, put them back on the ankles. Okay, open up. Okay, scissors. Okay, back on the feet, bicycle or running. Okay, hold them out just like that and open. Okay, try to do scissor legs like that. Okay, back to running. open and close the legs. Ooh, and that's it. Yay. Okay, let's take a little rest. Whew. And then make sure those weights are not in your way. And we're just going to drop the knees to one side and the hand out to the other. And then we're going to bring them up. Let's roll to the other side. And then we're going to bring them back to the center. You're going to open them up about mat width apart. And then we're just going to gently rock the knees side to side. And then we're going to walk the feet back in, shoulder width apart. Let's bring that right knee into the chest, and then we're going to lift it up nice and straight, push through the heel. Try to hold on to that calf or maybe the hamstring. And let's go ahead and bring that one down. Let's bring that left leg up, straighten it out, push through the heel. Hold on to that calf and hamstring. We've got a lot of work today. Okay, let's bend that left knee, bend the right knee towards the chest, lift up both legs, push through the heels. Pull that belly button down nice and deep. That lower belly comes in. Try to pull those legs in just a little bit more. Try to leave that tailbone on the ground as best you can. Okay, we're going to go ahead and slowly bend the knees, holding onto the shins. We're going to bring our legs up, roll ourselves forward into a nice little rock and roll. Okay, leave the legs nice and flat, walk the hands out. And then we're going to walk ourselves back up. Rotate to one side. And then to the other. And then crisscross those legs and stand up. Let's get those arms. Give yourself a big hug. And then lift the arms up and over. Give yourself a big hug. And lift your arms up and over. Wrap your arms behind you. Chin and chest up. Bring those arms around, interlace the fingers, press them the other way. That's it. Round that back just a little. Okay, release, open it back up. Okay, let's just flop our arms side to side. Give yourself a good massage. Okay, shake them out. All right, this is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. So like I said, you don't need a band for that workout. The only thing that you really needed it for was maybe that press down. You can use a handled band for that too, if you have a handled band. And then don't use a band for the other things. And I'll have that in my notes. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day. See you on the next video. Bye.